get a little video here. Bird's eye view. I am Canadian.
I am Canadian.
I am Canadian.
I am Canadian. I am Canadian. I am Canadian. I am Canadian. I am Canadian. I am Canadian.
I'd like to thank Robin and Jeff, Howard's sister and brother-in-law, for making all these signs here today. California Neon, is that what the company's called? California Neon. Big plug. Also like to thank the Unity Group that came out to support. They came out to do some work. They're sitting over there. They're all around. Go meet everybody. Is Jim Duff here? Jim, pick up your hand. Wave a Canadian flag.
He's not here.
We lost Jim Duff. We're moving on. Our next speaker, you all know. He has a lot of nicknames in the press, English press, French press, and it's not Teletubbies. Names like Muddy Juif, Muddy Anglophone, Muddy Anglophone Juif, hardliner, lunatic. He rallied with 10,000 people to the Office de la Langue Française. He rallied with 15,000 people at the Fairview Mall for the predominance or being allowed to have English on signs as the law permitted. He rallied another 15,000 people in Ottawa to say we are Canadians and we are equal in Quebec and we matter. The guy who put this all together, you can reach him at howardgalganov.com. Mr. Angry Phone himself.
Howard!
Howard!
Howard! Howard! Howard! Howard!
Howard Galganov!
Howard! 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 Howard!
From a suit and tie to my motorcycle garb. Before I say anything, I want to thank Lou DeVono of the Heroes Highway Riders. I want to thank the Highway Riders themselves for coming all the way from Toronto. They probably left at 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. They came here for a couple of reasons. One of them is smoke meat. The other is Lou and Graham Hume, who's here as well as part of the Highway Riders, organize a ride every year, first weekend in June, to pay honor and homage to our fallen troops who have fought and died in Afghanistan. I can't tell you how proud I am to ride with them and to have them include me in their ride. They're here because they're Canadians. And what happens in Quebec involves all of Canada. I've received no shortage of emails and texts, angry ones, some vile, saying, "Stay in Ontario, this isn't your business." And those are from the English speakers. This is everyone's business. We're not Quebecois, we're Canadians. We are not invisible. We're here. We don't live off of welfare. We don't have our hands out asking the French government of Quebec to give us something. We're the ones who give. As I said in a recent speech that I had given, the English speakers and the ethnics don't need French Quebec, but French Quebec needs the English speakers and ethnics. They say that in Ottawa and other parts of the country that we need Quebec. We need Quebec like a hole in the head. That's $10 billion a year to keep a province that treats us like dirt. Quebec needs Canada. So let me make this as clear as I possibly can. We are not, you are not Quebecois, you are Canadians. You will always be Canadians no matter where you are in this country or on this planet. Nobody can take this away from you. Not Pauline Marois, not Bouchard, none of them. No one can take this away from you unless you're prepared to surrender it. Our soldiers, French and English, are dying in Afghanistan, fighting for the freedoms of people who probably don't give a damn about their own freedoms. Meanwhile, in Canada, we have a Charter of Rights that helps discriminate against our own people. A Constitution and a Charter of Rights has nothing whatsoever with protecting the rights of the majority. The majority doesn't need their rights protected. They're the majority. A Constitution is here to protect the rights of the minority, and it is not doing it in Canada. I am routinely called an angry phone. Screw them. I'm angry like hell. I am called an extremist. Screw them. If you're not extreme protecting your own rights and the rights of others, then what are you? The message is simple. To everyone in the English and ethnic communities, to the English and ethnic media, if we're not prepared to stand up for ourselves, who will? I booked ads on CJD the other day. You might have heard them. On Thursday and Friday, the rep that I contacted wasn't available when I called to speak with her, and the message that she wasn't available was only in French. The law states very clearly, even though it's a racist and bigoted law, that the media is exempt from Bill 101. But that's the mindset. Remember, when you're standing up for your rights, you're not standing up against anyone else's rights. No matter what they say, no matter what they want to make you believe. And if you're not prepared to go to the mat for your own rights, then you don't deserve to have them. I thanked a lot of people for accepting my invitation. There are a lot of people who wanted to speak, but I felt comfortable with the group that we have. The people who have spoken have all made a contribution. They've all put it on the line, they've all sacrificed, they all paid an incredible price, and none of them got the kind of support that they really deserved. But I'm proud, after almost 15 years of this fight, to be standing and sharing the stage with them. Now, I don't know if we can all sit here, but I'd like you to come up. Come on, see if it'll support us. Ladies and gentlemen, in Quebec, in Montreal, these are the faces of freedom. Special thanks to Jimmy Kay. Not just for this, but for everything he does. And Montreal would be lost without him. We are witnessing right around the world, to our closest and biggest friend and neighbor just south of us, the collapse of freedoms. We're looking at the overreach of government in our personal lives, in our social lives, in our political lives, in our corporate lives. I was born and raised a liberal. I'm an absolutely unabashed conservative. My rights are not negotiable. My visibility, my equality is not negotiable. And in spite of anything anyone will ever say to me, about me, around me, to hell with them. Jimmy had asked if anyone wants to help contribute to Galganov.com. Let me give you a quick resume about this non-profit, federally chartered corporation. 100% of the money that we raise goes into the fight. I'm on the hook now for over $375,000 for a language fight in the province of Ontario, where in 4 communities near Ottawa, the unrestricted use of the English language on commercial signs is against the law. We fought this at Superior Court. We fought this at the Court of Appeals of Ontario, and the Supreme Court of Canada refused to hear our appeal. They don't want to get involved in these things. In the province of Ontario, in the city of Cornwall, there are a special language test, a special proficiency test to get to work for the Cornwall English Hospital. You can't be a nurse there unless you can pass a French proficiency exam. So there are great nurses in Ontario who cannot provide the services that the city needs desperately, so they import nurses from Valleyfield, Quebec. In Cornwall, there are community hospitals. These are clinics, publicly funded healthcare centers that are French only. English people are not invited to attend, even though we pay for it. In Alexandria, Ontario, they've segregated their school buses. They don't want English children on French buses. When you drive through Ontario now, up to 417th Ottawa, you'll see no shortage of big Franco-Ontarian flags, but you won't see a Canadian or an Ontario flag. So when people tell me I don't live in Quebec any longer, Quebec followed me into Ontario. Thank you all very much, and we would really appreciate if anyone here wants to contribute to Galganov.com, because the fight doesn't end today. It goes on, and it will never end until such time as we are equal and visible anywhere in Canada.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Have yourself a wonderful Canada Day tomorrow.